Okay, greetings. Yep, Classic Games Redefined here with another Mutator Monday. And the thing we're looking at here, this is kind of a two-for-one. They're mirror images, and I'll explain. We're looking at Stone Age and doing this in Tabletop Simulator. It's just, figure I'd load up one here, and they do have Stone Age in here. This is a really good game. Representative of prototypical Euro, this is more of a gateway one. I could have picked Puerto Rico, but let me explain how the concepts of Kingmaker and Assassin work. They're very similar, but kind of mirror image. What happens in Assassin, and we can randomly determine what player it's going to be, is that you're going to randomly determine which of these players here. So you could shuffle these up, and you would draw somebody beside yourself. But let's say, for example, this thing here, just to mark it. He's going to be purple. The purple player is his target. So we'll drop it there. This player would then, let's say he has red. Oh, I just knocked something over. Let me back up. So. Yep, I must have just knocked those over. So anyhow, let's say, nope, not the red player. The red player, let's say green targets red, and let's say this player has blue, etc. One of these players are going to pick another player out they're going to target, or whatever it means. What this player does is this player, an assassin, ends up winning the game if this person in question, their target, comes in last place. With Assassin, what you can do as far as Mutator goes is that you could also play it like if I were to load up Risk and you eliminate somebody. You can do it that way. So that's how that works. So let's hit back up and get the pieces back where they're going to be. Apparently they're okay. Anyhow, take them back. And similar to this, wind up being that you end up having, now that's Assassin. Remember, what you want to do is you're trying to cause somebody else to come in last place. That works well in elimination games. The first player to go out, and if they're their target, wins. So, the another thing it would do is, let's look at Kingmaker. Kingmaker is the classic problem you have in a game where there is really no reason to go on, because whatever decision a player is going to make, it will cause somebody else to win. Well, with Kingmaker, it's a mirror image of that, very similar to what you have with Assassin. What you do is, remember, the players will have a secret target. What they want to do in the game is they want that player in question to win the game. So they're trying to get them to be in first. And they want them to have, like, the most victory points. This doesn't work well in an elimination game. But also, while doing that, the player in question, who's trying to get that other person to be in first place, playing Kingmaker, can't come in last place. If you come in last place, you lose, and the person who is the first place player wins. So you have to have a balancing point here. So, like in Stone Age, you go around the player that you're trying to benefit. Let's say Blue's trying to benefit Red, and let's say Red gets the most victory points. And Red comes around and gets, I don't know, let's say, whatever. Gets 97 points. So let's say, well, actually we'll make it green because I grabbed that pawn. Let me zoom in a bit, and we'll move in. And let's say the other players come in close. And let me just get that out. Let me just lock and unlock. I'm locking and unlocking the boards. So there we go. Okay, and let's do it this way. Usually the points are going to go higher, but it's like this here. And let's say, remember, yeah, Blue's trying to benefit Red. If, let's say, Blue were here, Blue were there, not in last place, even tied in last place, and Red were there, Blue wins the game. However, let's say we had this here. Blue got 93 points, and Red was there. And result was Red would win the game. So that's how Assassin and Kingmaker works. One of them here, if you were playing regular Assassin, if Blue had Red as a target, it's simple. They want them to come in last place, so they would do that here. Usually works in a game where you're going to attack somebody else. in Kingmaker, it's kind of a little bit different. And you'd have to work on a mechanism for randomly assigning what players, who's going to be what, and everything else. So I think what you could do here is you could say, let's say the blue player ends up doing the following. Would take these 3 pieces, and let's add a sack. You know what? We're going to create a sack. This is how you can do it, by the way. So let's go into host. Let's go into the chest and pull in the custom items. I think custom I want to do. Not custom. I want to go into the miscellaneous. So, miscellaneous. Give me a second here. We'll go in and get this up and running. Get that closed. And go into misc. That's what we want. We want a bag. These, which is randomizer. So, please don't freeze on me. It's now freezing up, so I apologize. It's going to take hopefully a few seconds here. And it will hopefully load. There we go. Take the loot bag. We put one in. So what you would do is you would do this in secret by cards. What we could do here is do the following. This is one way to do it. And we go ahead and take these 3, throw them in here. Blue is going to draw first. He's going to draw 1. Draw him. And we'll drop this down, back up. There we go. And we'll skull in closer. This is the way to do it. Let's say blue's going to do first. He's going to pick his target out. So we will drop them in here. Then blue shakes. Blue shakes. Picks this up, shakes. Blue can pick his target. So he will then go over here. This goes behind his screen. Red's his target. So now we put this piece in here. And put it in here. And shake it. And then we go in like this. And it's happened to be blue. But we'll say pick somebody else, so. Mix it up some. Like that. Oh, it's falling over. It's blue again. But anyhow, I'm gonna, let's say he draws another one out. Green. Okay. So we then go down here. Okay. But I dropped it on the table. Let's back it out. Well, then we go over here, and I'm going to drop this back in. So we'll draw this, and then, come on, behave yourself. We'll scroll down, and we'll bring it over here. Apparently my camera angle's funking out. And then we have him go. And if he draws himself... come on, stop doing that. Stop doing that, please. And then we drop it in here. So, he doesn't like to go in for some reason. There it goes. So, purple player then draws. So, he will draw 1. And he draws himself, so then he would obviously get the last one in here. He gets that there. He wants to go in, one do this secretly, and then goes over here, and then this player would draw that. So that's how to do it. That's one way to do it. If you draw yourself, throw yourself in the bag, and draw again, and so, anyhow. So that's it. You want to do it secretly. So anyhow, that's one way to do it. So that's Assassin and Kingmaker. And that's it. They're kind of similar what they do, and you can use them different places. So, okay, that's about it. I do want to thank you for watching, and may your die always roll 5.